steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Ravens. 47 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
And tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Jackson on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I missed him,
and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No, check, Patriot! Slam! Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
No, check, Patriot! Gun!
They're going to look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Watch it now, Barney!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Alert! 3 down! Gun!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a handoff working right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And now running right through it. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Pass incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And now look at him go. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that. And he's going to go down again.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Looking deep downfield. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The line, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Two minutes to go here in the first half. This. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And with the play clock counting down towards 0, Todd Bowles will take a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Jackson now. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Jackson on 1st down, throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Jackson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. A 33-yarder from the left hash. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Left side, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season, and the Ravens will add on to their lead.
All right, now look at 56.
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards.
Detroit!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short game. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. While it didn't work there, are you okay with that play call? First and goal from this far back, trying to get it to the outside?
I am. They feel like they've got a little bit more room there to operate. What they were counting on is picking up a few yards and keeping the playbook open for the next down going forward. Instead, they've changed everything. Now they have to only go in one direction, and that's likely throwing the ball.
He's going to get it running right, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now McKinnon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And the Ravens taking the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Play was stopped on that play. We had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, here we go. Green.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Fielded at the 20. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit. Sponge. 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 Go. 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 Detroit. Detroit. Gun. 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 Gun.
They'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Leopard! Leopard! Over!
He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
And they'll run it here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Green 39! Green 39!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
And with the play clock counting down towards 0, Todd Bowles will take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And on the ground they go with a running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go with the keeper. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
It's a quarterback sneak. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they get the
stop fucking around, nigga.
Shop at their own 49-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his
don't play that shit.
But sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively.
Let's see what he do with this one. Let's see what he do with this one.
We step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Ravens on third down.
See what he do with this one.
5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. This time Jackson will throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete.
Yeah, let's see what you do with that one.
Take it down to the 42. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Time for a break.
Fuck him.
We're back to finish this one off after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here we go now.
Now they'll run it on the top.
Ah, come on. I hate when niggas just split my fucking down line like that.
Only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
This eye Jacobs, fuck them.
Defense able to come up with a stop. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Detroit!
You better not go outside, bitch.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to
Nope. Nope.
throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll drop the throw.
Me. Yep, that's the rookie.
Intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near
That's me. That's all me, bitch.
able to get it back to the 33.
That's the way you gonna get it.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know that it's the holiday season because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Jackson finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
Don't do it like that.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Being chased out left.
Nope.
Looking left.
Caught it.
It's complete. A good
We'll take it.
pickup there at 22. And the young buck
I say we'll take it.
agility to dance outside the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second
You about to be the man,
coaches
Butchie.
have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions.
You about to be the man, Butchie. He don't know what the fuck to do.
When you throw it downfield like that,
He don't know what the fuck to do.
with it there and in a big way.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Jackson steps away to his left. He's going to flip one out here.
Come on, bro. Why would you come back?
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
So that's the shit that I don't
3 on the
understand.
play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
See, that nigga been that bullshit.
Jackson to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about right a finish to this one. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quick. quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get.
Oh shit! I ain't even try to do that shit, bro. Well, fuck it. Might as well. Damn, I ain't try to call a timeout, but shit, why not, nigga? For real, I ain't try to do that shit.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left.
I did it!
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
We needed that, though.
Great play there.
MVP. MVP.
And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
But, bitch.
Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker.
If I catch this shit, so I get another pick. I'm trying to break this nigga's spine. Woo! Break the nigga's spine.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
Chatting a good game. He gonna be like, fuck you, bro.
The playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
That's the way you manage the fucking game and give it to your workhorse. Boom.